You know, I know we all got our doubts about the last election. And I want to assure you, I share the concerns of millions of Americans about voting irregularities.
Well, I'm not calling you a liar, but I can't think of a way to finish that sentence.
This man right here, he's the one that asked me that I want to be next. He literally looked in my face and said, "You want to be next." This officer.
Right after the girl was shot?
Right after she was shot. Standing over her body, he said that. They killed a girl in there.
I just heard about it. This poor guy over there just saw it.
Thank you very much.
So, this is where we are. I wasn't even born in this country. I was born in Germany.
Why are you here today?
Because our country is being ripped away from us. And if it happens here, it's already over for Germany. Everybody knows that, right?
Right, yes.
Right? We're the last bastion. If we give up, it's over for us.
Yes.
Every futuristic movie that they showed, some dystopia, whatever like that, it's going to come true if we allow this to happen. This has to be a daily thing. This is a lifestyle. Freedom. We have to stop sitting in front of these computers and letting them occupy our time all the time. When's the last time you went a day or two without being entertained by the media or anything? When's the last time?
Time to start being...
Tell us why you came here today.
I came here today, I caught the train, and I came here today because my freedom is at stake. I'm a business owner.
What do you want from these people? Why are you here?
I want them to recognize what's going on. I want that, wait, first of all, I want all the criminals arrested. There's more than enough evidence. There's more than enough evidence. I come here to see people arrested. I came to see the final word. No more talk. No more talk. We love you all.
Thank you.
If I was the news, I'm like, surely you guys could have just searched on social media before reporting the story. Just a simple search, just search, you would have found it all.
Is it that we just instantly say that's what it is based on what we see in that moment and then have to walk stuff back when it turns out we're wrong? Why is that? Do we keep making the same mistake?
Because we're desperate to get Trump out of office. That's why.
So here's the crazy thing. So Grandpa Biden, with all due respect, sir, in his speech asked Americans to come together as one. Biden's inauguration day speech annotated by CNN. Biden mixed grandfatherly advice and a personal plea for unity with soaring quotations from President Abraham Lincoln as he sought to bring the country together. Now, this is the same person that called all Trump supporters and they basically called everybody that didn't vote for the Democrats, called them terrorists and a mob. The Trump supporters that marched there, they called them a mob. Now, here's the problem with that, is you can't call somebody a terrorist the one day and the next day ask them to come together and, ask them to play nice. It doesn't work like that. But conservatives are conservative. So something drastically needs to happen before anything will happen. I don't think that Americans want to do anything stupid, and I hope they don't do anything stupid. But I find it arrogant that somebody like him, who's been a career politician and now has the audacity for 2 weeks stating people are terrorists and they're mobs, now want them to come together and kumbaya and hold hands. I think that's arrogant from his side. I would have approached it another way, but I'm not president. But since you're putting any moron in as president, maybe I should next time put my name on the ballot. As he sought to bring the country together, end what he called a uncivil war. Yeah, because you're the biggest instigator of that uncivil war, and mobilize Americans against both the raging pandemic and the political divisions that have characterized the past few years. A relatively short speech with a theme of healing and new beginning. It brought to mind the greatest of all inauguration addresses, Lincoln's second, and he tried to bring the US out of the Civil War. Okay, so here's my thinking. Okay, obviously he's not going to last long as president, so the next person will be Kamala Harris, which you don't really want as your, but they'll go ahead with this whole pandering and she's the first female and she's the first black and or person of color as president, blah blah blah, all that shit, not based on somebody like Tulsi Gabbard, who is also of mixed race, but can actually run the country properly, and she's also a Democrat, by the way, but anyway, no, Hillary Clinton calls her a Russian spy. Yeah, so I think she took her to court and she won that one. So yeah, but I don't think Biden's going to be as entertaining as what Trump is, even though he did say stupid things. It's just Donald Trump emphasized every time Biden said something stupid. He was a bit of a pot stirrer, and he still is. I don't think we've seen the last of him, but I actually am very sad for America that you have gone as far as to vote for this person, that you want to get rid of Donald Trump so badly that you would vote in somebody like Biden. And I'm not going to say the things that I'm thinking and the things that I know that is wrong in that guy's life, but I don't want to demonize anybody that's against the YouTube's what's code of conduct or whatever you want to call it. Chief Justice Roberts, Vice President Harris, Speaker Pelosi, Lead Chuck Schumer. I just wish Dark Alley, buddy, Dark Alley. Leader McConnell, Vice President Pence, my distinguished guests and my fellow Americans. Blah 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 blah. Okay, so I didn't watch the speech. I'm not gonna watch the speech, and I don't want to discuss the speech anymore, because I think what I started this video with, the two segments, basically sums up how I feel about it. Everything was done to get rid of that person, and he basically, to avoid America going to war, he basically bent the knee, if you can say it like that. He kneeled and said, guys, don't break down the chambers. I'll just go away. But I think he decided that a long time ago. I think even before the corona thing, he was sort of like tired of this whole, his family getting dragged into all this stuff. I think it's difficult if a person's family it's fine if they kick you, but if they start kicking your puppies and so on, then the tiger and all of us come out. So I think in one way Donald Trump didn't want to lose, but in another way he wanted to lose because he didn't want to lose face. But I think he was tired of this, because it's an ungrateful job, and he actually wanted to fix stuff, not like other politicians who just bullshit their way through their term, get the rest of their paycheck for the rest of their lives. What can I say? What proof is in the pudding. 40 years, 42 years. What's he accomplished? Now he's going to piggyback off everything that Donald Trump's did. From an economic perspective, I know they're in the slump at the moment, but as soon as things restabilize, then the things that Donald Trump put in place will then pull the country back quicker from a financial perspective or from an economic perspective. And I just hope that they keep the trade deals with China. I just wish that stays intact, because I think I'm in that perspective. I'm a nationalist. I would love to have South Africa do their own manufacturing, but we're hindered by, and businessmen are hindered by labor unions. I mean, that's why a lot of our mines and stuff at the moment they closed the mines, because it costs too much money to run it. Not because labor is your, or salaries and wages is your biggest expense. And in South Africa, they've got not ridiculous expectations, but if you look at it from a business perspective, it's impossible to make a profit with the salaries that people want. And that's when you have a minimal amount of people, and if they're lazy and they don't want to do the job, then at the end of the day you have to close down. So that's why our mines closed down. That's why our textile manufacturing, where the side of South Africa where I live, they used to be very, very into textile manufacturing and stuff, and all those businesses closed down. And it was built on the back of that. The town was built on the back of a couple of things, the wine industry, the trucking industry, and then obviously the textile industry. And those three industries basically built up that town. And then just like that, they opened trade between China and here, and you couldn't compete. South African businesses just couldn't compete, and they had to close their doors. All material manufacturing places, because they can't compete with China's prices. So a lot of people lost their jobs over that. So yeah. Anywho, boo. I don't think you guys were very intelligent by voting him in, and I don't think any of you guys that are watching this video actually voted for Biden. But good luck with that. Next video is not going to be on American politics. I think I'll leave that alone for now. It seems to be a sensitive sort of situation at the moment.